Hi everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to the Ramble. Also, as always, sorry if you hear my fan, but I'm hot, so it's on. Okay, it is 2:10 a.m. on Thursday, June 18th. This is a Ramble for Wednesday, June 17th. And let us kick off tonight's Ramble. Great way to start it off with a yawn, I know. Alrighty. So, last night, after the Ramble, I ended up just staying on the couch and watching YouTube. In fact, at one point, I think I fell asleep for a little bit, and after I woke up, I got up and went to bed, because I'm like, if I'm not tired, you gotta go to bed. So, I went to bed, and then I woke up today at like 10, 10:30, 11, 11:30, because that's when all my alarms were going off. So, I got out of bed around 11:45, got dressed, came downstairs, had some breakfast, and then got my phone charged up and went to work, where work was miserable. Okay, miserable seems a little over exaggerated. It just wasn't very good. So all day today I was on the GM self-checks, which are the smaller set, but I think I've said before, it's the smaller set, but it feels like more stuff goes wrong over there. And then all day today I was working with this lady Kathy, and I'm pretty sure I talked about her the other day, but in case I didn't, she's very new, which is fine, and she doesn't know how to do a whole lot, which is fine, because you're new, and that's, but like, when she was down there, because sometimes she would just kind of disappear. When she was down there, she was constantly just talking to the customers, like not even like in a professional, how you doing, like customer servicey kind of way. It was like she was trauma dumping on them, which is not a thing that needs to be done. And, like, she just wasn't doing a whole lot in terms of, like, work task, which wasn't great. Then also, okay, there was a person who bought birth control, which, like, the only reason I'm bringing this up, because it's none of my business, is because she walked over there, handed it to them, and said, "Oh, does this work on men now?" And then walked away, because that was her idea of a joke. Then I told her, I'm like, you can't say that to customers. I'm like, that's not, you can't, like, it's none of our business what they're buying. In fact, I told my parents later, I said, I wouldn't have even known what it was had I been the one to hand it to them. Like, I would have just opened the thing and grabbed it and, like, given it to them. I wouldn't, like, have even paid that much attention, because it's not any of my business what they're buying. I don't know, that kind of stuff just irritates me. I wish people would mind their own business when, like, at Walmart. Like, it's not, like, I remember one day I was working with a coworker, and someone bought, like, Plan B, and after the customer had walked away, my coworker was telling me, like they're like, I can't believe those people being so irresponsible. Like, I can't believe them. They deserve to, like if they had unsafe sex and they're pregnant, like, they need to deal with that, like, and have the baby. Like, I can't believe them. They'd kill a child with Plan B. And it's like, it's none of our business. I don't care. If that's what they're doing, it's not my business. It's my job to sell them these items, and as long as they pay for them, that's as much as I care. And just people like that irritate me. But yeah, so for 4 hours today, I was down on self-checks with a lady who was overly nosy, very talkative, not doing her job. It was a terrible 4 hours, I'm not gonna lie. It was not fun. And then I got home, and, I had dinner, and my mom, she was talking about something, and she said something like, yeah, if you ever enter the I hate my mom phase, and I'm thinking, I'm already there. I've been there for ages, except it's not restricted to just her. It's restricted to, like, my whole family, or, like, the majority of them. I'm not comfortable here. So yeah, I had dinner, and then and my mom, she borrowed the TV to do her exercise stuff. And then even after she was done, though, it's like my legs were so tired after work that like for multiple hours, like I couldn't get off the couch. I was just like watching YouTube and stuff. Fortunately, they started functioning again, like around 10, I think. But like, I don't know. I had been alone with my thoughts for so long that my depression was like really kicking my butt, and I was having a really rough set of hours. I just watched YouTube and stared at the wall. And then when I finally did do something, I turned on my Switch and was playing Fire Emblem. When I finally did do something, like, the depression stuff was still there. And, like, I mean, like, a couple people happened to message me, and, like, we've been chatting a little bit, but, like, it's still there. Like, I mood tracked today, and, like, this is the second, like, of the options. It's, like, rad, good, meh, bad, and awful. Like, this is the second quote-unquote bad day I've had in, like, the span of, like, less than a week, I think. It just, I don't know. I mean, there's still less bad days than there are good days, and meh days. I'm considering meh to be average. I don't know. I'd rather it be an quote-unquote average day than, I guess, bad. Even if average or meh isn't necessarily good, it's just unfortunate that there have been two of these days relatively close together. Sorry. I wish I didn't yawn constantly when I make these. But I don't, like, I think my brain is legitimately, like, conditioned to be like, yeah, this is your relax time. Just let it all out. And quite literally, we let them all out. And I'm so sorry, because I'm sure it harms the viewer experience. So yeah, I was playing Fire Emblem for a bit, and then I got to, like, the start of a new chapter or mission or something, and it was like, okay, that's enough Fire Emblem, you're taking a break. Like for tonight, I'm sure I'll play more tomorrow. I just needed a break, because one of the levels I did before that was just, like, really tricky, which, I mean, isn't a bad thing. It was just a lot. And then, I've just been, like, watching some video that popped up in my YouTube recommended of some guy doing a GTA Online, like, challenge of some kind. I think I've talked about this before. Fun fact, I really like GTA Online. Haven't played it recently, but they did just tease/announce the next update, kind of, that'll release in July with a new heist, so that's exciting. I'm sure I'll be doing that with my friend Riley at least once, and then I may try it again by myself, assuming it is available for solo players, so I'll have that to talk about. I love GTA Online updates. They're always so fun. Except when they're not, which fortunately is far less common than when they are fun. Like, even if they aren't, like, my favorite activity, they're always fun for the first, like, week or 2 weeks, in my opinion. I think Riley's done with them, like, after day one, but still. Also, he texted and was like, you want to hang out this weekend? So I think Saturday he's coming over and he's going to hang out. So, we'll have that to talk about on here. Yeah, I think that's all I got today without going in a depression spiral, which I'd really rather not. I'm sure you all also don't want to hear that, so I'll go ahead and just call it here. As always, if you like what you're listening to, hit like, leave feedback in the comments below, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to stay updated on things I post. As always, don't forget, your support means the world to me. I love you all, and most importantly, I miss my bestie more than anyone else and anything else in the entire world. I can't wait to talk to her again, hang out with her, and hopefully be in a better mental state by the time we get to chat again, because I feel bad if she had to deal with this. Anyway, I'll be back later today with another ramble, since it is past midnight. But until then, bye!